Well, hello there, Taurus. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are doing your mid-February reading. So we'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or advice that Spirit has for you. Okay, so let's get into your reading. Let's check out first your animal spirit oracle card. Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Okay, to me, this is always that energy that you're at the end of a cycle, right? And during the cycle, you have gained some knowledge. But as you move from one cycle, one chapter of your life, one season into the next, it is about gathering that knowledge and really kind of like integrating it into yourself. You know, we can learn a lot of different things along our path, but then it's about how you interpret it. What does that mean for you? What valuable wisdom have you garnered as you move forward? So, you know, knowledge can be those facts, those lessons that we've learned, but the wisdom is how we put those pieces together. And then also how we share that wisdom with others. There's a big call right now for us to start sharing our wisdom with others. And I feel as if, you know, you're right off the bat, you're getting that energy of, you know, that you are truly the Hierophant, you know, stepping into that energy of recognizing you are a wise one. It's time to step into your next chapter. You've closed out a chapter, you've gained that wisdom, and now it's time for you to step into a new chapter where you're not the student, you're the teacher. So let's see what we have here. Vast vistas, expand your horizons. Yeah, Taurus. If you have been thinking about really kind of changing up your life. You know, we have Pluto going into Aquarius, such a big expansion energy. And I feel like you're really being called to see the bigger picture of looking at the wisdom that you have gained on your path, knowing that all of the experiences that you have gone through, those painful experiences, are bringing you into the wisdom of how to use the healing, the lessons, the wisdom that you have gained, and now to go out in a new direction, to share that with other people. Really, such a very much of an energy. And I love this. They're showing me stepping out of the box, stepping out of your comfort zone, knowing that if you stay small, if you stay in that box, right? If you don't step out and almost kind of like put yourself in that position where you are a little bit scared, right? Because it is a little bit of stepping into that energy that if you stay safe, you're almost going to miss this opportunity. You know, they're showing me this boat down here and they're kind of like, this is your chance. If you have been wanting to go on that adventure of your lifetime, right? Start that new business, look for a new romance. If you stay in this box, it's not coming to you. It's almost like you're being called to step out of wherever you are at this time and go on this new path in order to come in alignment with what it is that you're looking to either manifest in your life or create. Okay, so let's go to the tarot and see what we have here. Yeah, look at this on the bottom, new life. You're definitely going into a new chapter. It's about here and now. It's about taking stock at this time. What is the wisdom you have gained? Not just the facts. It is about how are you internalizing the lessons that you have learned on this path. You know, I would really say we have the new moon in Pisces on Sunday, the 20th. No, I'm sorry, the 19th. And I really feel like there's, you know, this energy of just sitting with yourself. Interesting because we have the thinker underneath there, right? It's almost this energy of sitting with yourself, reassessing, you know, taking a look. It's like looking at your path in a big picture, right? And looking at the timeline. And then, you know, something happened. You know, some painful experience. What's the lesson I learned there? Oh, here's the next experience. What did I learn there? And I would go back to like 2008 because that's the last time that Pluto transited. And then do that for all of the painful experiences that you have had either in your lifetime or at least go back to 2008. And then look at all those lessons. And it's almost as if trying to connect the dot. What is the theme? You know, what have you internalized from all of those lessons? Wow, really interesting energy here, because it's not, yeah, look at, you have the vast universe. You're going places, Taurus. You are going, oh my gosh, a milestone and great achievement and commitment. Taurus, this is like a bright new chapter. If you have been struggling, especially since 2008 or 2012, there was a great awakening then. I feel like you are stepping into this brand new chapter, and it is so different than the last chapter. To close this chapter out, though, it is important for you to reassess what you have learned, and, you know, what are you going forward? What are you going to teach? You know, asking yourself that question of, you know, if I only had one day to live, what would I want to tell the world? You know, stepping into that energy. That, oh, you know, that helps it to come right to the forefront. What is it here now that I have to share with others? It's not worrying about, oh, okay, well, how should I share it? Or what happens if they don't like it? When we get really present and we act as if there is no time in the past, no time in the future, like right now. What is it that you believe? What wisdom have you gained? Because I feel, I think some of you are toying with going back to something, going back to the last chapter, right? And going on this new chapter. Some of you are thinking this next chapter is just too big for me. It's almost that energy. You know, I had that. It's a little bit like being scared to come out of this safe zone. And some of you may say, well, I don't feel very safe where I am. But sometimes our ego convinces us that we're better off where we are than if we go out into something new, because the new is completely new. It's unfamiliar. Our ego doesn't like that. And I feel like your ego is trying to keep you small at this time, trying to tell you who do you think you are to step out of this box, right? It could be that you have a lot of family members that are saying the same thing. You know, Taurus, who do you think you are? You're going in that new direction. You're moving to that new place. You're starting that new business. You feel like you have something to share with the world. What makes you feel like you're any bigger, better, wiser than anybody else? But it is about recognizing this is your truth. This is what you are here to do. And, you know, stepping onto that new path may mean that you do have to say goodbye to some people in the past. Look at this. You have the Ace of Pentacles. It's taken a long time for it to come here, because I feel like you had to really and truly step into your confidence. And Taurus, you know, you are a very confident sign. But I feel like this is so different what you are thinking about doing. If you're resonating with this, you could be thinking about leaving a relationship and truly ending it and going in a new direction, or leaving the safety zone of your family, right? Whatever that might mean, you know, leaving your hometown, or, you know, or leaving the support of family members that are nearby. But what you're recognizing is that the situation where you are at this time is no longer serving you, you know, and it doesn't mean that you have to physically move, but it's truly about emotionally, mentally, spiritually moving yourself into a new chapter. And for some of you, that does mean actually physically moving too. Okay, so let's take a look at your present energy. Oh, look at this. Okay, you have optimism, and it's the number one. You are truly starting this new journey. Okay, it's like starting with this new moon in Pisces. It's like starting now. Yeah, and it's about cleaning up. Okay, cleaning up the healing process. Okay, so it's not necessarily about cleaning things, although sometimes we have to declutter our mind. Okay, the fears, clear out the fears. You know, focus on the healing. But I also feel like it's cleaning up the healing process. The final stage of the healing process is taking a look at all those different lessons that you've learned over the, you know, since 2008 or your entire lifetime. Like, really kind of try to go back as far as you can. What are those lessons? It's about connecting the dots. It's about seeing the wisdom. And that is what this cleaning up energy is. It's kind of like summarizing. okay? Trying to put it all down as like perhaps your mission statement for where you are going next. Because that is the final phase of our healing process. Okay, so let's take a look at, okay, so this is your area of resistance or your obstacle. Okay, you have the Ten of Wands and you have the family card. Once again, that energy of the family is coming out. And, you know, the family could be just close friends, soulmates. It could be work colleagues or anything like that. But I feel like there is the energy of having to drop the burden. There is either one family member or friend that is almost like holding you back from stepping out of this box. Believe it or not, they could even be kind of saying some toxic things to you. And I'm going to tell you why that's coming out. Because you have the Queen of Wands here, okay? You're trying to go, the underneath is the energy surrounding you, okay? What is to come onto your path if you allow those energies to come in. So you're wanting, this new path is coming in. It's something that you're wanting. But to take it, okay, we have to have the confidence to step out of that box and to go in a new direction, to step out of the safety zone, right? I mean, they just keep saying safety zone. So, you know, the safety zone is staying in the same place, not making any big changes, right? Because we're familiar with it, whether it's toxic or abusive or whatever. It's kind of like, yeah, but I know what this is. If I step out of this box, right, I'm going into the vast universe and I have no idea what is out there waiting for me. You know, that is kind of scary, right? They're bringing up that show. I don't really watch TV, but I think it's called Survivor. I mean, I used to watch it years ago, you know, where they drop them off in the middle of nowhere and they have to survive. I feel like coming out of this box is somewhat similar to that same type of energy. Kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen when I step out of this box. I don't know what's going to happen when they drop me off on that deserted island, right? And I feel like you have somebody in your life that is really kind of playing into your fears, okay? So we have the Devil here. It's somebody that's really close to you, that really doesn't want you to leave, okay? This could be a parent, this could be a sibling, this could be a child, an adult child. This could be, you know, a partner. It could be just a good friend, somebody that's really kind of relying on you. They don't want you to leave. So that I feel like they're kind of playing into your fears, telling you, oh, you know, I feel like you're like halfway out the box, right? You're halfway out the door and they're just kind of like, they may have another health crisis, or, you know, if they have another reason, you know, their birthday is in 2 weeks. You're going to be gone for my birthday. You know, it's one excuse after another, and it's recognizing it. Okay, your final step here is recognizing that this person is really and truly preventing you, okay, from manifesting, stepping into the world that you are really wanting to go into. Now, the thing is that when we have somebody like that in our life, being compassionate, that they're scared, what happens when we leave, right? Or even if you're not leaving like for good, you know, what if, say you're taking a new job or you're changing careers and it is affecting your relationship in any little way, then they can get scared, because here's the thing, they're safe in their box. They want to keep things safe in their box, all right? So the only way they can feel safe in their box is if you stay safe in your box. And I feel like, you know, they have the way, this person is, you know, they're doing it from a sense of their own fear, but I feel like they're really, they know where your little picking point is, right? They know how to get right to the heart of something that is kind of a wound of yours, and they're playing on that. You know, that really is not what you want in your life when you're trying to manifest something new. Supportive people would perhaps understand what your wound is, right? And they would try to encourage you, okay? because they know that you need that extra little bit of encouragement in that one area. So I feel like this person is actually kind of being a bit manipulative, okay, for their greater good, right? Yeah, 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords, King of Wands, yeah, Ace of Wands, yeah, and then we have the Devil again, right? They're really almost like putting a tainted spin on your new beginning. It's almost as if when you leave, Taurus, when you make this big change, whatever it is, right? It's going to be kind of tainted for you. It's not like they're giving you this send-off like you're getting on the boat and they're giving you this beautiful send-off. Instead, they're making you feel guilty about moving forward. And you have to just, once again, have compassion for people like that, understanding that it's their own fear of being left behind that is causing them to do this. And yet at the same time, loving yourself enough to choose your own happiness instead of trying to make them feel safe and secure. And I feel like you may have been doing this for some time because you have the 10 of Cups and then you have the 5 of Swords. They're honestly, okay, you are the King of Wands. You're trying to go out. You're trying to spread your wisdom. You're trying to truly step into this new chapter, but they're making it very difficult. They're almost making you feel guilty, shameful for going in this new direction. I feel like this is kind of that cleaning up of your healing, of going back, like seriously go back and look at all the lessons, see what the theme is, and I'll bet you anything, it is about this situation, this relationship, this person that is holding you back. So let's see what advice Spirit has for you. Yeah, oh my goodness. I mean, it's just so beautiful. You have imagine, dream big. And we have the new moon in Pisces. That's all about imagining, dreaming big, seeing things on a bigger scale, not listening to our fears, not trying to stay safe. It's kind of like, okay, this is that one time a year where we get to dream as big as we possibly can. It's kind of like, go ahead, Taurus, dream big, because I feel like your spirit guides and angels are really behind you at this time. How would you like to bring yourself more into alignment with your path? How would you like to have more increase of joy, happiness, abundance, love? Whatever it is that you're wanting, it's time to dream big, because look at this, the Empress. You are birthing this. You know, the Empress is all about birthing new things. You are birthing this new path. You know, the Empress is also that Queen, the Phoenix Rising card, right? Stepping into this, saying, okay, I'm not letting somebody else hold me back. And once again, these, I feel like these lessons that you have gone through are showing you the wisdom. I feel like you see it clearly. You see it clearly if you take the time to do that timeline, right? I think you're going to see clearly. You know what? I feel like they're having me say that over and over again, because it's almost like, Taurus, maybe you need to see it in black and white, right? You need to see it on a piece of paper. Instead of just thinking about it, it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to map this out on a piece of paper. I'm going to write this all down, right? I want to write this all down. Okay, now I have my timeline. Oh my goodness. I see the dots connecting. I see the wisdom. Maybe in the past you have allowed this person or other people to hold you back. And perhaps in a way it was because you were afraid to leave the box yourself, right? But now, because of everything that you have gone through, you're no longer afraid. And yet at the same time, you have somebody that doesn't want to wish you well. They want you to stay. So let's see what we have here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's only your doubts, your self-doubts about the path ahead that are preventing you from going. Because after a long time of feeling alone and rejected, you're balancing that out. You're giving to yourself what you need. You're understanding that relationships are about give and take. And I feel like you've given a lot to this person, right? But they haven't given the same amount back to you. And you're recognizing that, you know? It's kind of like, why am I staying small? You're staying small because somebody else is actually trying to convince you to stay small. instead of encouraging you to go after whatever it is that you are dreaming. Wow. And then you have the Four of Wands. This could be a twin flame connection, or it could be that, in the future, you are truly stepping into a relationship, a happy family, a happy home. If you have struggled with that, especially since 2008, I feel like you're stepping onto this new path where you're like, okay, wait a minute, I deserve to have that. That is something I'm really and truly dreaming of, and you're ready to go after it. All right. Wow. Taurus, beautiful energy here. So let's pull your soul truth card. And I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. All right. What can I do to make a difference? Okay. I feel like that is what you are being called to do. It's time to take your wisdom and go out into the world and share it and make a difference, right? You have learned something. Your painful experiences have brought you to this point. It is now time for you to take the wisdom that you have learned and step boldly into this new path. So what do we have here? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. And Taurus, you have kind of had that energy in your readings, I would say, for the last couple of months. This energy of really having to pull away from a group of people. I feel like you have done a good job. You've pulled away from a lot of people. I really think there's just one person here left, right? And it's somebody that's really close to you. That's why it's really hard to pull your energy away from them, especially if they are a twin flame. We also have the number 11 here. So I feel like for some of you, this could be a twin flame connection, and pulling yourself away from a twin flame connection is difficult. It is, but I feel like you're ready to take this step into your bright new future. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I really wish you so much love and light, and I appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.